Hey everyone, welcome to Divine Conversations. Thank you so much for joining me. So I'm doing your weekly check-ins for the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine. I just finished the Divine Masculine video, so now I'm going to get on to the Divine Feminine. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. But I want to let you guys know that I'm going to be using my daily spread for these weekly messages. If you're new to the channel, I would encourage you to check out one of those daily messages. There are some, time is like malleable and all that, so just because I did it on that certain day doesn't mean that there isn't a message that could be in there for you. But I don't think I'm going to be doing much of the daily messages anymore, just because I'm not sure I'm going to have time for it. So if I do it, it's just going to be like a conversation, like I want to talk about something, or I'm being called to do a daily message, and blah, blah, blah. And in those cases, it's most likely just going to be like a freestyle type reading. Like there isn't going to be a real structure to the spread. So I'm going to be using that daily messages spread for these weekly messages now. Yes, I think that's it. If I think of anything else, I'll tell you. But here we go. Let's get started. So these are the messages for the Divine Feminine for the week of January 22nd to the 28th. So, Spirit, Source, please make me a clear channel for the Divine Feminine for this week of January 22nd to the 28th. What are the best messages from the Tarot deck here for the Divine Feminine for this week? One more shuffle, and then we'll cut the deck. Best messages for the Divine Feminine for this week, January 22nd to the 28th. What have you got for us? Okay. Yeah. The overall theme for us, Divine Feminine, is the Five of Pentacles. This card keeps coming up over and over. I know it's coming up for me in my personal readings that I'm doing for myself. It's coming up in other readings that I'm seeing. A lot of us Divine Feminines, we are really feeling out in the cold. We're kind of fed up. We're like, when is this going to happen? What the hell is going on? You know? So we're struggling with that this week. We're still struggling with that. We're struggling with the fact that we're doing almost everything we can in most cases, and we're not really seeing any evidence of it being reciprocated on our counterpart's side. So I want to say this is kind of a challenge for us this week in moving through this energy. But this card is also asking you to seek support in getting in experiencing this, right? And I don't mean support by like your friends, like your general friends, like your best friend, unless these people really can vibe or try and come to an understanding with what you're going through with this twin flame thing. Even if they're not on it themselves, if they can like honestly sit down with you and really take it seriously, then I would suggest seeking help from them. But I think this is more of a message to connect with your fellow twin flamers, to connect with the twin flame community, and really, really draw on their support to help move through this period. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my hands because I just colored my cards on the sides. I like colored them black with the cards that have black on them just because it looks so nice. But the Sharpie, I used a Sharpie and it's all coming off on my hands. And it's coming off on my desk. Oh well. I don't know. Rookie mistake maybe? I don't know. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Hopefully it'll stop soon. And okay, so here we go. Okay. Wait, one more thing is coming through here. Underneath the deck. So there's a little bit of a caution. The universe is kind of throwing a caution at us, Divine Feminine. Do not allow this energy of feeling like we're out in the cold. Don't allow that to cause any sort of word vomit situations. With this Knight of Swords here. Like, this is kind of a warning not to lash out. Don't lash out. I mean, if it serves you, don't even say anything at all. Just keep to yourself about this. Because in reality, we don't really know what's happening. I mean, we can feel things. Yes, we're definitely connected with our twin, but we don't really know everything that's going on with him or her, right? So be careful of this Knight of Swords energy. Be careful with just rushing in a fury, you know, trying to get down to the bottom of something. And in many, if you were to do that, that could really make things worse. I don't even want to say potentially. It would make things worse. Yeah, it could cause some serious damage. So just be careful and really draw on, the universe is really pushing this right now, this message right now, really draw on the support of your twin flame community, of others that really know what you're going through. Focus on getting support from others who are in the situation themselves. Outside support, if they want to try and connect and be there for you, but they're not on the journey themselves, is excellent. But really focus on garnering some support from those who are already on the path, right? Okay, let's get into the rest of the message for this week. Lord have mercy, there is Sharpie everywhere. Okay. In your first position, this is your current surrounding energies. In your second position, this is your current thoughts and feelings towards your twin. Now, this is all in the weekly scope. In your third position, it's where you are in relation to your into union. The fourth position is what you want your twin to know. Fifth position is your current challenge, or what's on your mind, what you're manifesting, what you're thinking about, blah, blah, blah. Sixth position is hidden and influences, hidden energies. I think I'm going to redefine that. Actually, this just came to me. Sixth position, maybe it's just for this reading, but I think moving forward, I'm going to call this what the divine feminine doesn't really know right now. What's hidden? I mean, it's hidden energies, but sometimes it can be like you're carrying energy, what's rooted within you, but also I feel like just now, maybe it's just for this reading, but it could be what you don't know. Maybe on your masculine side, on the side of your masculine. But anyway, we'll get there when we get there. Yeah, let's cross that bridge when we get there. First position, current surrounding energies, the Fool. Okay, this makes perfect sense to me. And this makes sense as to why you feel like you're out in the cold, because something new is coming. Something new is starting. A new cycle, a new phase is starting. Excuse me. I think I'm going through some sort of like throat chakra activation because I've been coughing again. So please excuse me. But there's a new cycle starting. That is the energy that's currently surrounding you this week, Divine Feminine. And it's causing some unrest. It's causing some unsettlement. And you don't really know what's going on. So you feel like you're out in the cold. So that's an even stronger message to just keep your wits about you. Don't go rushing. Don't go fighting. Don't try to start a fight. Please, don't try to start a fight, no matter what's going on. Even if you feel your twin slipping back into old ways, don't fight it. Don't even worry about it. Instead, focus on being there for your twin. Focus on sending him or her a compassionate, understanding, unconditional, loving energy, right? Because something new is happening. So even if they do double back, because I feel like that's happening with my twin right now, even if they do double back into some old habits, some bad habits, blah, 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 there's a reason for it, right? They're being given a chance to really solidify, right? They're being given a chance to solidify this new life they're moving into, their beliefs about this new life they're moving into, their foundation in this new life they're moving into. So sometimes you got to slip back into it to be reminded so that you can wake up again and be like, oh, shit, that's why I was doing that. You know what I mean? Like, it may not seem like the ideal situation, the ideal way to handle it, but really, in reality, there is no right and wrong. So if that helps you, then it helps you, use it to your advantage. So with the Fool here, it's saying something brand new is starting, Divine Feminine, and I'm being drawn to the moon in this card. So I'm also being, there's also a message coming through of really rely on your intuition here, because your intuition is not going to lie to you. It may tell you some things you don't want to hear, but at the same time, it's telling you the truth. And understand, even if you don't really know why something is happening, even if you don't really know why your intuition is saying what it's saying to you, realize that there is a reason for it. And if you are not aware of it at that moment, you probably don't need to know. Yeah? So just go with the flow. Okay, second position is your current thoughts and feelings towards your twin. The Six of Wands, look at that. Now, there's mirroring going on between the masculine and feminine reading. The divine masculine got the Six of Wands in his hidden energies. And in that moment, I read that as what was carrying him through his process. Here, these are your current feelings towards your twin, divine feminine. So there are two messages for me coming through right off the bat. One, actually, two and a half. One, you are recognizing the victory he has made in many cases, right? And you are feeling victorious for him, with him. Two is, oh no, I just lost the message now. Hold on. You're feeling victorious towards him. Oh, there it is. You see him or her, you're a divine masculine, you see them as a victory. As, yeah, your wish come true. But you're seeing a victory here, which is even more frustrating for you with this Five of Pentacles, because you feel like progress has been made. All this progress has been made, and now all of a sudden, it's like we're slipping back. We're slipping backwards. Why are we slipping backwards? We made all this progress. Why are we taking 2 steps forward and it may feel like 3 steps back? You know? But understand, it's not as bad as you think. Okay? There's a new process, there is a new cycle, there is a new way of being starting. So hold on to this victory energy. Hold on to it. Because it's happening. Okay? It's happening. The universe says it's happening, I promise. It's happening. Okay, your third position. Where are you in relation to union? Wow, more mirroring. The Two of Pentacles. Now, the divine masculine got the Two of Pentacles as his overall energy. So he's really trying to balance things. And in many cases, this is why some of the divine masculines have slipped back into old habits. Because in trying to balance things, it's like, well, I've lost some of this process that I used to have, and I don't know how to do this now. So some of them slip and go back because it's comfortable, because it's what they know. But in doing that, in making that, quote, we'll call it a mistake. I don't really know if it is a mistake at this point, because it's all part of the learning process. But in slipping back, they're learning that, yeah, that really doesn't serve them. So that's facilitating a push, a drive towards a new way of doing things. So now, divine feminine, for you, your message in the Two of Pentacles is you are balancing, but you're trying to balance your masculine and feminine energies within you physically. You are trying to also balance your material life, your finances, your relationships within the physical realm. I'm getting some of you are dealing a lot in mirroring your divine masculine. You're trying to balance a lot of your relationships, like friendships and family and whatnot, because a lot of it really isn't vibing with you anymore. And that actually is helping you get to union, because this card here is where you are in relation to union. So you're really, this is an even greater mirroring message, because you're balancing also, just like the divine masculine is. Woo, I like that. But yeah, this is really speaking to the divine feminine. Number one, balancing your masculine and feminine energies within you, but really balancing your life, really focusing on yourself, really focusing on what it is in your life that is really going to serve you and your mission here. That is really where this balance is coming in for most of us divine feminines. I absolutely vibe with that right now. Like, that's really what I'm going through. You know, I'm going to tell a personal story. In doing these readings, like, you know, I work at a restaurant. That's my day job, and I love it. But I mean, I want to do something that's more of service, that's better of service, and I needed to get another job. And now this card reading thing just kind of started for me, and I'm like, okay. I mean, it's not a form of income yet, but it's incredibly fulfilling. And in fulfilling, and I'm serving part of my mission here. So this is how I'm balancing, right? I'm balancing myself in the sense that all this time has freed up. I'm making enough money at my restaurant job to kind of like hold me over, but now this is freeing me up to build this card reading situation reality to bring this to the people that need the messages. So that's how I'm balancing. And that is helping me move towards union, because in doing that, I'm becoming whole and fulfilled within myself, right? So I tell that story to kind of help some of you divine feminines who are struggling, because I feel like a lot of you are struggling with, well, what do you mean? What do you mean focus on myself? Focus on what you're passionate about. Allow the things that are keeping you from living your passions to fall away, and balance it out. Does that make sense? I hope that made sense. I feel like it landed, but I'm not totally sure. All right, your fourth position is what you want your twin to know, the Seven of Wands. Okay, many of you divine feminines, you're standing your ground. You're standing your ground towards your twin. I know I'm starting to get into a position where I don't want to speak ill of my twin ever again. I am kind of, talking about things now. I have been for a while. There are quite a few of my friends that know about what's going on with me, and they're not necessarily on the journey like I am, but, there was a lot of gossip and a lot of talk in the past about my twin, and it just, I look back on it now, and it's just like, why would I ever speak about him like that? Because I wasn't in the space of unconditional love, of understanding that he's going through his own shit too. So I need to just, I need to be loving of him, and gossiping about him, talking shit about him is not loving. Even though I was, venting about the shitty stuff that was going on, I mean, it was still not helping. So now at this point, I've kind of gotten to a position where it's like, you know what? I'm going to stand my ground because I love this man. And I know this is real. I feel it every day. And so a lot of us divine feminines, we are actively stepping into this space right now. So we're telling you, divine masculine, if you're watching this, we got your back. We are stepping through that door behind that guy. You see this door back here? We're stepping through that door, and we're beating down anyone that tells us, that gives us shit about it. Get out of our way. Kylie Minogue's song "Get Out of My Way" is coming to my head right now. If you don't know that song, check it out. It's great. I love it. It's off the Aphrodite album. So yeah, that's what you want your twin to know. Your divine masculine. All right, divine feminine. What is crowning you? What are your current challenges? The King of Cups. Wow. All right. So for you, for us, divine feminine. What's on our minds, what's crowning us, our current challenge. I'm going to say this is a little bit of a challenge, but also I'm going to say this is something that we're embodying right now. So, which is kind of a challenge. But in moving to this space of the Seven of Wands and standing our ground, we are also coming to a place of emotional stability. Yeah. Really containing and learning to contain and control our emotions from a physical standpoint. Really balancing our masculine energies with our feminine energies in an emotional way, if that makes any sense. But also, I'm literally seeing us divine feminines looking at the divine masculine and watching him become the King of Cups. That's also a message I'm getting here. Throughout this week, which is a little frustrating, especially since we feel like some of them are slipping, we feel like we're out in the cold and everything, and yet the Fool here, with the surrounding energies, and then this vision of because I see this as you're seeing the King of Cups develop right in front of you. Yeah, this week. I want you to understand that even if the physical evidence doesn't look anywhere near like that, understand that there are things going on under the surface that are facilitating this. Okay, and the hidden energies, what did I say this was? This was what's being hidden from the divine feminine, what she may not know. Oh, this is exactly it. What you don't know right now, divine feminine, is exactly what I was just saying. Underneath the surface, your divine masculine is so passionate about you. But he still just doesn't know how to go about it yet. He doesn't know how to approach you yet. He's working on it, but he just doesn't know. Excuse me. Yes, there is an activation going on right now. Woo! Let me have some tea. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's move on. I got a new deck. It's called the Oracle of Visions by Ciro Marchetti. Beautiful, beautiful deck. If you've watched the Divine Masculine video, you'll see I use these in there too. This deck is unique in that it doesn't really have definitions for the cards. It's mainly developed for the reader to pick out what the message is intuitively. There are some definitions in the book, but it's more about what you see intuitively as the reader, or even as the querent. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go to the book. I'm just going to ask for some messages here for the Divine Feminine for your week. And I'm just going to see what my intuition pulls out for you. All right. Spirit, let's get some best messages for the Divine Feminine for this week, to January 22nd to the 28th. What are the best messages for the Divine Feminine this week? From this Oracle of Visions deck. Best messages, please. Woo! There we go. We've got 2. All right. What do we got here? Ah, ha, 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 ha. The mirroring, y'all. The mirroring, y'all. Hey! Okay. First, the Divine Masculine got this same card. To card number 8. Now, I just realized it's a card number 8, and to me, 8, infinity, abundance, yes, but also twin flames. In this, with the Divine Masculine, this card represents, to me, I see the Master Alchemist, right? So, for the Divine Masculine, the message was, you are the alchemical master of your life right now. And for the Divine Feminine, it's the same thing. It's the same thing, and it's relating to this balance that you're going through right now with the 2 of Pentacles. So absolutely, this is a huge message for both the masculine and the feminine energies. The universe is actively reminding you that you have the power to create your life as you want it to be. You are the alchemical master of your life, right? So just allow it to happen. Allow your powers to do what they do best. The next message for the Divine Feminine is here in this card. This is a 51, so this is a 6. Boils down to a 6. When I saw this card come out, I heard disillusionment. And in this card, this woman, she has an open window. She has a sleeping dog. She has a bird bringing her a message. She has a phone there that can bring her a message. The open window, to me, speaks to messages coming in. So just those messages alone is like saying, you've got support. You've got, the messages are coming through to you. And you see that little sleeping dog down there? It speaks to loyalty for me. Like, you know, you got everything you're asking for. But you see the look on this woman's face? She's like lost in the sauce. Like, she's just so lost in her disillusionment, she can't see what's coming through around her. And again, we have a moon symbol. You see that moon in the window? Listen to the messages that the divine is bringing to you. Don't get caught in disillusionment. Don't get caught in despair. And in the number 6 that this boils down to, it speaks to harmony and love, harmony and balance within a love, home, family relationship or situation. So realize that it's not as bad as it seems. Don't get caught in despair. Let go of the despair and accept the messages that are coming through. I mean, even the roses. Look, there are roses on this table. The love is there. The messages are coming through. The messages are real. Trust your intuition. Just trust your intuition. Yeah? Just trust your intuition is what I'm getting from that. Next, I do want to pull from the Archangel Raphael deck, healing deck here. Hi, Archangel Raphael. Let's get some healing messages, please, for Divine Feminine for this week. January 22nd to the 28th, 2018. Best messages for the Divine Feminine for this week, please, Archangel Raphael. Whoops, there we go. Good night's sleep. Okay. Yeah. So Archangel Raphael is saying to you that you need to rest. Let yourself rest. In this card it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me relax and sleep deeply, for I know that you are guiding, healing, and protecting me while I rest. So this, to me, Archangel Raphael is saying that in this challenging time of dealing with the unknown, dealing with feeling like you're out in the cold, dealing with the fact that your twin might be slipping back into some things that he was supposed to be letting go of, realize that the best thing you can do is rest. Do not act. Do not react. Just rest. Meditate. Chill out. Do some things that help you get your mind off of what's going on. Rest and sleep are going to be your greatest ally in this situation. And also, it's going to be your greatest ally in the balancing and alchemical changes you are making to your life. Right? Rest and good night's sleep, deep sleep, is going to be your best advocate here. Because a lot of changes can be made while you sleep. Yeah? Make sense? Okay, next. I want to pull from the Earth Fairy Oracle deck. I'm sorry, the Fairy Forest Oracle deck. Excuse me. Hi, fairies of the forest. Thank you for joining us. Please give us some of the best messages for the Divine Feminine for this week, January 22nd to the 28th. What do you have to say to the Divine Feminine this week? Best messages, please. Woo! One more. Yeah, one more card, please. We got Otherworld, Veil, Illness, Transition. Yeah, that makes total sense to me. Oh, wow. And it's a 44. There we go. I may have to go to the book for this. Oh, the Golden Unicorn. Okay, so we got 3 messages from the Fairy Forest deck. First one that came out was Otherworld. 44. Now that boils down to an 8. So to me, that's another twin. This is speaking directly to the twin flame situation. And this says Veil, Illness, but also Transition. Right? Next, we got Trickster. Deceit, Betrayal, and Guile. And I really feel like this is speaking to the situation where some of the Divine Feminines are feeling their Divine Masculines slipping back. And you're feeling betrayed about it. I'm going to go to the book for some deeper messages here, but I just want to show you the cards first. And then finally, we have 43, the Golden Unicorn, Protector, Guardian, Champion. I mean, already this card is saying to me, you are protected. Your union, your relationship is protected, is shielded, is being guided, divinely guided, right? So don't worry too much, because it's really not what it seems. But let's start. Yeah, I have these laid out where I know Otherworld came out, but the flow of this feels like it goes from Trickster to Otherworld to the Golden Unicorn. So let's start with Trickster. The Trickster 19. Okay, let me be a reminder to be true to yourself, to your own personal truths, to the code within your soul. Truly, at this time, it is essential for you to let your conscience be your guide and to live according to your own creed with open eyes. Do not fool yourself into believing another person's vision and ideas are more important than your own. Question agendas and be aware of people's history. For at this time, there is one about you who is attempting to persuade you to their cause, to join them in what they see is a great task, but which in truth is simply a harnessing of your power to their agenda, which is not for your highest good. I'm going to stop right there, because that already speaks to this situation where some of us Divine Feminines are feeling betrayed, by our divine masculine, because he's slipping back. So this is a reminder. The fairies of the forest are reminding you, divine feminine, that yeah, he might be slipping back, but understand that this is not really what it seems, because in all honesty, they're really just pulling him back in so that they can siphon his energy again. And this is speaking to what I was talking about, how like if you have to step back into that situation for a reminder, that's what's going on with your divine masculine right now. Because if he stepped back into that situation, he's going to feel all that energy again. He's going to be made starkly aware of exactly what those people were doing. Now, it may not be the same people. It may be a completely different crowd, situation, whatever. But the energy is going to be the same. And he's going to see it. And he's going to say, hell no, I'm not doing that again. Right? I know I've been in that situation a few times. It's like I had to I had to unconsciously step back into it and then have things revealed to me and be like, how the hell did I get here again? Oh, now I get it. Yeah? And so then that leads us to Otherworld, in which there's a transition going on. Veil, illness, transition, okay? Illness being you're sick. You get back into that situation and it makes you sick. And now you have the wherewithal to be like, I get it. Now I can really change this. But let's read a little bit from it. I just want to see if there's anything I'm missing here. This says, this is a time when you're passing through a veil that separates the worlds. When once all was clear and life felt stable and grounded, for now there is a shaking of the firmament and a shift in your reality that makes you feel at times as though you are living in a waking dream. What once seemed solid is no longer to be relied upon, and throughout this time you may be suffering ailments of the physical self. This is a time when the thin boundaries between the worlds have dissolved for you, and there is a raw and unfamiliar energy to your world. When this takes place, we can sometimes fall ill, suffer from a great loss of vital energy, and begin to feel we lose a connection with our minds that is strong. Okay. We can suffer, and in that suffering, we can begin to forget who we once were. And that, in some ways, is the purpose of this time. That is literally speaking right to, and actually, this may not just be for just the divine masculine. There may be some of you divine feminines out there that are kind of slipping back into your old ways too, your old situations, maybe you're slipping back into some codependent actions, thoughts, beliefs. Maybe. I mean, I'm picking up on that now, and the fairies are kind of nodding their heads. They're like, yeah. Some of the divine feminines are slipping back too, and that's okay. No one is judging you for that. But understand the value of this slip. Understand what this can really teach you, and especially since a lot of us have gone through. We're all ascending, and we're all, our energy bodies are changing, and our intuitions are getting stronger and stronger. So there is actually really, especially for the divine masculine is integrating with his feminine energy, so he's really starting to find his intuition, right? So now that we have this newfound perspective, there is such a blessing in this, quote, slip. I don't even want to call it a slip anymore. It's a deliberate step back to really solidify the foundations we're building in changing our lives. And it's so valuable now because our perspectives are so much stronger, our perspectives are so much wider and brighter, that we can really see the truth of where we used to be. And we can really make an informed decision on how we want to move forward and how we want to rebuild our lives. This is such a strong message coming through right now. Like, there's so much kinetic energy, my nose is itching like crazy. This is a really strong message. So, the golden unicorn. Now, already, the golden unicorn is saying to me, this is not a mistake. This is not a slip. You're being divinely guided, and you are being divinely protected. I know that came out as pretty cutting, pretty stern. I'm sorry, but that was a really strong message. I don't want to shock anybody. I don't want to make anybody upset. I know that sounded really stern, but there was so much love coming through there. Sorry. I do want to read from the book for a little bit though, just to see if we can pick out anything else. Okay. Everyone deserves to have another person in their life to whom they can turn for protection and care. When this card comes for you, the golden unicorn is showing you the path to a person, advisor, or a mentor who will assist you through the challenges you are now facing. When the golden unicorn appears, it is a beacon of hope. For with the right guidance, what seems to be impossible can be achieved, and you will no longer feel raw, vulnerable, and unable to go on. The golden unicorn appears to those who are facing unjust circumstances. They will show you, step by step, how to get through this time when it seems that all friends have fallen away and the world is no longer a safe place. They lead with reason, intelligence, and intuitive brilliance. With their guidance, you will come to a safer place within the world and be wiser in choices regarding friendships, alliances, partnerships. I mean, this is speaking exactly to what we were just saying. You are wiser now. See, you are wiser now and will never be quite so hurt again because you know now how to better rebuild that foundation to never let these things happen again. You see? Ooh. There is now protective energy about you, and it is safe for you to leave the current circumstances and create a new path. The judgment you have sensed about you will now dissipate, and true, good people enter your life to help heal the pain of friendships that have fallen. So perfect. So then there is a double message that I'm also picking up here, which is advising you to really connect with your community for support. Yeah, maybe even redefine your support system. And I'm not asking you to really cut anybody out, but when it comes to support during this twin flame situation, make an assessment and see if these people that you've been trying to connect with are really benefiting you. Yeah. All right. Next, I want to pull from the Crystal Mandala deck. Spirit Source, please give us the best message for the Divine Feminine for this week, January 27th to the, I'm sorry, I keep saying that. 27 is a repeating number for me, so it's kind of a special number for me. It's interesting. I wonder why I'm saying that. But anyway, this is for the week, total tangent, sidebar. January 22nd to the 28th. What are the best messages for the Divine Feminine for this week? Best messages, please, Spirit, from the Crystal Mandala deck. Give this one more shuffle. Best messages for the Divine Feminine, January 22nd to the 28th. From, oh God, my nose, from this Crystal Mandala deck. I'm sorry, guys, my nose is really itchy right now. It's kind of annoying. Okay, best messages for the Divine Feminine. There it is. What have we got? Individuality. Yeah. Angel Raphael. I don't know how to pronounce that. And Labradorite. Individuality. Initially, the channeled message for you, Divine Feminine, from this card is standing your ground, asserting your individuality. I mean, this is connecting with your Seven of Wands here, and you, what you want your twin to know, and that you're standing your ground towards him, and that's absolutely, and that's also connecting with, you know, figuring out who your best support team is. Yeah, you don't have to accept a support team that your current team is surrounding people are saying you need, because they don't really know what's best for you. This is a really serious message coming through for the Divine Feminine right now. A lot of you have people around you that don't really have your best interests in mind. Some of it is malicious, sure, because and I say malicious because they're only really out to serve themselves. Some of it is innocent, like they think they know. Like in many situations, you may have a best friend or like your mother or father, grandmother, like a family member who you grew up with, who, you know, they watched you grow or something, and they, you know, you guys have a really deep connection, but ultimately they still don't know what's best for you. Like they're not in your head, and the same goes for you. You don't necessarily know what's best for them. So this individuality card is, to me, is really asking you to stand up, Divine Feminine, and assert your individuality. Now, don't go stepping on anybody's toes or anything, but like stand up for yourself. And this is absolutely coming into play with this whole balancing aspect that you're doing. Balancing your life, shifting the focus on you and your well-being and your wholeness and your fulfillment. Fulfilling yourself. And in fulfilling yourself, you absolutely have to assert your individuality. You absolutely have to. You can't balance yourself. You can't care for yourself if you don't assert your individuality, if you don't know who you are as an individual. Right? I feel like I want to read from the book, but shit, that was that was a pretty strong message right there. But yeah, all right, I'm being called to do so. I'm probably missing something here, but let's see what the book has to say about it. We bring you the gift of individuality. As you receive our gift, you will feel safe enough to enjoy the aspects of yourself that truly make you unique. Yeah, from particular interest to your way of expressing yourself to what excites and inspires your spirit, your individuality is the way the divine wishes to manifest itself through you this lifetime. The key to your divine life purpose is to know who you are and to love and accept that self so that you allow natural development and expression in the world to take place. As you accept your individuality, you will understand how natural it is for you to fulfill your life purpose and divine destiny. I mean, this is literally speaking to you, divine feminine, filling your cups, fulfilling yourself. You will instinctively gravitate towards people, places, and energies that support you in being your bright, true spirit. You'll grow and express yourself more freely and authentically, and the divine light within shall shine brighter without a veil of fear, confusion, or shame obscuring it. You have no need to compare yourself to any other. You are a unique child of the universe with your own special path and destiny to fulfill. I mean, there you go. I literally just said all of that, but in different words. But then in tying it in with what else is going on here, I mean, your individuality is everything. Your expressing your individuality will help you attract your twin, will help draw your twin towards you. And Divine Masculine, if you're watching this, the same goes for you. Expressing your true individuality, not who society has told you to be, but your true individuality will draw your divine feminine towards you. That is absolutely a message for both counterparts. Okay? Last but not least, we're going to pull a message from the Lightworker Oracle deck. So, Spirit, last message, best message from the Lightworker Oracle deck for the divine feminine for this week, January 22nd to the 28th. What you got? What you got for us? Thank you so much, Spirit. Guys, this is really a great reading. I'm having so much fun with this reading right now. Like, this is beautiful. All right, Spirit. Final message for the divine feminine for this week. What you got for us? Please. And thank you. Thank you so much. Final message, please, for the divine feminine this week, January 22nd to... There we go. Okay. Karmic clearing. Yes. Yes. All right. Okay. This card is confirming to me that both counterparts are taking a step back into some previous situations in some way, shape, or form. And it's not because we are making a mistake. It is because we are really taking the final steps in clearing the karma of that situation, right? We have grown intuitively. We have grown intuitively and emotionally, right? And we can see things from a different perspective. We can see things from a more stable perspective. So now we're really taking the final steps. We're really taking the final steps in clearing the karma of certain situations. Divine Feminine, for you, this relates around codependency issues, self-worth issues. This really is tying into you finding your individuality and clearing away the karma that has kept you from expressing your individuality, right? From needing to be validated by by others. Because that is really what has been holding a lot of us back. And just to be safe, and because I'm being called to do so, I'm going to read a little bit from the book here. All right. You are fast outgrowing a level of consciousness to which attach particular wounds, issues, and struggles. As you outgrow that consciousness, these issues will release their grip on you. You are receiving divine notice that karmic clearing is taking place through a combination of your own efforts and spiritual grace from the heart of the divine. It is time for an old wound to be released once and for all. Boom. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, there it be. This was so great. I really enjoyed pulling this reading for you, Divine Feminine. This is wonderful. I really hope you can walk away from this feeling empowered, understanding that there is a lot happening, and just trust your intuition is something that I just heard. That's a big, big thing here. Trust your intuition, because a lot is changing. And it may look like in some situations we're taking a few steps back, but really we're actually going to take leaps forward in getting through this energy this week. Also understand, this is, I pulled the message for this week. It is a general reading, so I'm pulling for a lot of people. So as always, take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't. But this information that came through this week is not just specific to this week, to these 7 days in question. This is just what's coming through right now. This is what the divine wants us to know right now. This could all culminate within this week. For a lot of people, it could. It could trickle through. Some things could happen next week. You know what I mean? This is just what is coming through at this moment during this week period. All right? So just keep that in mind. Okay. I love you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you feel so inclined. If you would like to donate to my channel, I would greatly appreciate the Karmic Energy Exchange. I'll leave the information down below. And if you'd like a private reading with me, I will leave that information down below as well. Thank you so much. I love you all, and I will speak with you soon. Bye.